Have you ever felt that your life is just the same day on repeat? 2 years ago, my life felt like that, and it was not good. I haven't told my story on this channel, but I'd like to share some of it with you today because YouTube has transformed my life. And today is my 2-year anniversary since I posted my first intentional video on YouTube. So keep watching if you want to learn how being on YouTube can change your life. Hi, my name is Gabrielle, and if you're new to my channel, I'm a mom of 2 beautiful children, and I like to share information on how to earn money online through passive income, which allows me to have time to enjoy my family. As I mentioned in one of my old videos, I had no idea that one day I would want to become a content creator. 2 years ago, I was a completely different person. I was sitting here crying in the middle of a very painful divorce. Before that, my life was somewhat comfortable as a stay-at-home mom, but before getting married and having children, I barely got any sleep. I'm a graphic designer by profession and specialized in website design. I had already purchased by myself my own home and my own car, but it was all through very active work. And as an Adobe certified professional, I used to teach people how to create websites. When I had children, the time for my profession became limited. And honestly, I was very burned out. And as you know, once you have children, it is really hard to keep up, especially if you want to be there for them. And even though my life was somewhat comfortable and didn't need extra income, I was not happy. I lived the same day on repeat, and the only thing I truly enjoyed was being with my children. But had I known back then everything that I've learned through YouTube, oh my gosh, I would be so much far ahead right now, because in only 2 years, my horizons have increased in a way I never expected. And let's not even talk about my knowledge. Well, actually, let's talk about the knowledge that I have acquired through YouTube. When I posted my first video on my mom's birthday, July 18th, I already had this channel from over a decade before that. I used it to publish videos of when I went to concerts like a Metallica concert, and also from a movie premiere where I got to meet Tom Cruise and Cameron Diaz. Back then, and even 2 years ago, I wasn't completely aware that you could make an income through YouTube, nor did I know the potential of how much you can achieve as a content creator. Sometimes when I think about what made me get started on YouTube, I think of Forrest Gump. I just felt like posting one day. But lately, I've been thinking a lot about what really made me want to get on YouTube. And looking back, I remember something that one of my best friends told me about a video that I shared with her. And she said, "Gabby, that video made me think of you when we would get together and you would talk to me about those books that you read." I guess that reminded me that I used to teach professionally and that I could also share my knowledge in this channel. Another thing that got me started on YouTube was when I started looking for answers when I was going through this really painful divorce. I've loved YouTube for many, many years. I actually think I posted on Facebook back in 2009 saying, "I love YouTube." Because YouTube is such a powerful search engine and there's so much knowledge that you can find. At first, when I started posting, I wanted to share my knowledge about motherhood, about how to take care of your children when they're babies, because I knew that it's something that I have truly experienced and several motherhood obstacles that I have overcome. When I was going through those motherhood struggles, I did look on YouTube, and back then, I did not find all the answers that I wanted. Nowadays, there's way more information, but back then, I could not find anything on how to breastfeed, at least not that was shown step by step and with good guidance. So I wanted to help other mothers find those answers. I still do, especially about breastfeeding, which is one of the things that became a massive triumph for me when I succeeded at exclusive breastfeeding for my daughter. I am creating another channel to share this information and we'll be announcing it once it's ready. But in this channel, I have now pivoted to sharing information on how to earn money online, which is something that I am also succeeding in. I currently earn money passively as an Amazon influencer and also through Amazon KDP. Sharing my knowledge about making money online is something that I am very passionate about, and I keep sharing it as I keep gaining more and more knowledge. And this is very important because the most important thing in my life are my children and having the time that I have bought back through this passive income. On January of 2023, I finally took my first 3 videos. I searched for a camera, and by the way, do not get a GoPro for making talking head YouTube videos. Somehow I ended up with that camera first, and I did not like the results. That one might be really good for when you're making outdoor videos, but for indoors, it was not a good choice. And then I started using my iPhone, and I've been using it so far until now, when recently I got a Sony camera. I am really liking this camera. It's the CV1F. It's a great starter camera for a content creator, but I'm still figuring out the settings, as you can see in my recent videos. I'll place a link in the description if you want to check it out. But then I felt completely paralyzed when it came to editing videos. I could just not get myself to edit those videos. And 6 months went by, and that's one thing that I also learned on YouTube, how difficult it is to overcome resistance. I had no idea that resistance to change is actually a physical and psychological real thing. Through YouTube and watching other content creators who are also on this path, I learned that our brain tries to keep us safe. Your body is scared of change. Your mind is scared of change. And it doesn't let you jump into something new that easily, or at least without a fight. Resistance is a self-protection mechanism that we need to overcome. Otherwise, we will be stuck forever. And yes, I was stuck for 6 months. And how do you overcome it? Well, you finally sit down and you have to push through. You just have to take one step at a time. Even though I'm very familiar with Adobe products as a graphic designer, I had to make the identity shift to becoming a content creator and a video editor. I even created a vision board where I included YouTube as one of my goals. As those 6 months went by, one day I looked at that vision board and I felt ashamed that I hadn't posted a single video on YouTube at that point. Now I can proudly look at it knowing that I am taking steps towards my goals. Getting started on Adobe Premiere Pro felt like me sitting in the cockpit of an airplane looking at all those buttons and tiny lights. So I was really scared to start using it. But I took a short course on Skillshare that is especially for beginners on YouTube, and that helped me a lot. Plus also a ton of videos that I watched on YouTube about how to use Adobe Premiere Pro, and those were free. So YouTube provides you with free education. However, I procrastinated for months, watching video after video on how to edit videos on YouTube. I think it took me about 3 times sitting in front of the computer trying to figure out Adobe Premiere Pro to finally edit those videos. And the funny thing is that once I did it, I thought, it wasn't that bad. But then came the next change, posting your first video. The struggle is real. Pushing that post button and knowing the steps that you have to do to upload a video was the next challenge. I had no idea what settings to choose, how to title my videos, nothing. And even though I sat there feeling really proud of my first video and laughing, thinking, why does everybody say that your first video is the worst one? Which, by the way, I do think it's one of the worst ones now. I still wasn't ready to post the video until I took a course by Gillian Perkins, YouTube Fast Track, that shows you step by step from complete beginner to your first 1,000 subscribers. Even though I am tech savvy, I faced the resistance of not knowing what to do next when it came to uploading videos to my channel. Getting started on YouTube and setting my videos to get public views, to be honest, was very overwhelming. And thanks to her course, I was able to get through. I learned very fast, what to do. It is the best YouTube course that I've taken when it comes to step-by-step handheld guidance towards getting started on YouTube, with all the technical little details, including how to do your setup, the steps of creating your channel, naming it, the upload process, everything. And I especially love that she's a mom just like us, which is also why I love her channel and everything that she shares. I'll place a link in the description if you want to check it out too. After I took that quick course, I was finally ready to upload my video, but for pressing that button to post, I basically closed my eyes and pushed it. And I was actually happily surprised that my first video got 90 views. Some people, unfortunately, get 2 views or 0 views after posting their first video. But don't worry, you just have to keep going. And something else I learned is that when you post your first video and you create your channel, it's better to create your channel first and then wait a few weeks to a few months before posting your first video. So actually, my resistance and my procrastination could have benefited me if it was a new channel. But like I said, my channel was old. And then, thanks to Gillian Perkins, I learned about Descript. I still use Adobe Premiere Pro to this day, but my favorite editing software is Descript. I've made a few videos about Descript. You can check them out in my YouTube Journey playlist. YouTube has also changed my life by driving me away from mindless entertainment. It has made me want to consistently improve myself and increase my skills. And I have acquired so many high-income skills through YouTube. Before, I had no idea how to do SEO, even though I was a web designer. I just thought, oh, I'll just place these random keywords on my website and they're relevant, so they should work. And no, SEO is not that simple. I also learned about sales funnels. I had no idea they even existed. Before YouTube, I already mentioned video editing. I learned how to use AI for free, thanks to YouTube too, thanks to the knowledge of other content creators who share it, and so many other high-income skills that I would not have acquired had I not gotten started on YouTube. As I mentioned before, I was somewhat out of the workforce when my kids were born, and when they were toddlers. I did continue working as a graphic designer part-time and as a freelancer during that time, but it was not like my main focus. So I wasn't really taking any online courses. I had no idea about video hooks and how to gain the attention of an audience. I didn't even know that storytelling was that important, or copywriting. And I was copywriting for the websites I created. I usually had to end up doing all the copy for those websites myself because clients would take too long to provide it. So it was an added value that I gave, but it was not always the best. And even though I'm a professional graphic designer, I also didn't know about building a personal brand or what that meant. So YouTube is just a powerhouse when it comes to increasing your knowledge and seeking to gain high-income skills. When I started desiring to create more income for myself before my divorce, I remember I thought I had to go back to school to study again. And now I know I don't even have to do that. And it's funny how that information is ingrained into our subconscious as we grow up. That you need to go through college, that you need to get an education formally to get high-income skills. But now I know the dilemma. How can you learn about business from somebody that does not have their own business and is just there teaching in a school? It doesn't make any sense. And it's not my intent to frown upon college education, but that fact is true. Even though the teachers in those institutions mean well and they are professionals themselves that are sharing their knowledge, most of them are not updated to today's world because technology and everything is advancing so fast, especially with AI. It's really hard to keep up. And the best way that you can get that knowledge is through people that are actually doing the thing, applying the skill day to day in the present. And many of those people are us, content creators. I truly wish I knew all this back then when I became a mom and started having very little time to develop myself professionally and earn an income. For example, I've been purchasing stuff on Amazon for many years. And I had no idea that those same purchases could earn me money too as an Amazon influencer. And the funny part is that I was submitting reviews for those products that I purchased on Amazon without knowing that I could get paid for those reviews when people watch them and then make a purchase. This is affiliate marketing. And affiliate marketing is another great income stream that you can acquire thanks to being on YouTube, because you share your links to your audience, and when they purchase based on your recommendations, you get a commission for those purchases with no extra cost to them. And I actually make more money that way than from the YouTube partnership program, at least for now. I just became monetized in December thanks to a successful video that got me over 200 subscribers in one day. And I thought it would take me at least 2 years to reach 1,000 or 2,000 subscribers. And only 6 months later, now I have reached 2,000 subscribers thanks to you guys, and I am very grateful. It's like Sean from Think Media said, you are one video away from changing your life. That is another course that I took, and that was absolutely worth the investment. It goes deep on how to earn money through YouTube and provides many tips on how to grow your channel. So after I took Gillian Perkins' course on how to get started on YouTube, I took Sean Connell's Video Ranking Academy by Think Media. You can get it with a one-time payment, but it is a big investment. I wish they had back then what they have now, which is monthly, and it is way more affordable that way. I have placed a link in the description if you want to learn about it. What I really love about Video Ranking Academy is the community. When you enroll in their course, you're also welcomed to the VRA family, which is a Facebook group with a lovely community of content creators. There we share our wins, we share our latest videos, get feedback on those videos and also on the thumbnails we create, and we're constantly learning more and more. So even though the investment for me back then was a bit big, I put it on my credit card and I said, I need this. I need to learn more. And I am so glad that I took the leap, because when I applied the knowledge that I acquired in that course, my channel started growing exponentially. It truly teaches you the ins and outs on how to grow your YouTube channel and make it a money-making machine. Every day while I was driving, I would listen to the videos. I didn't even sit and watch it on my computer. So I would drive listening to the videos. And when I found information that I needed to take notes on, of course I did. But mostly I listened to the videos again and again, and I started applying the knowledge on the go. And during the following 1 or 2 months, my channel really started to grow. I managed to make it grow quite a bit with Gillian Perkins' course, but that was the fundamentals. And with this one, it started growing even more. I've taken several YouTube courses, and I really like that all of them have been very different. All of them have complemented each other. I made a video about it. You can check it out here if you're interested. But these two that I just mentioned are the fundamentals for me. Thanks to YouTube, I feel like I'm finally on the path to financial freedom. And most of all, I've learned that that path is real. It's not a crazy fantasy. On YouTube, you can see that it is a path that is walked by others, maybe a few steps ahead of you, but they are lighting the path. And I hope my videos are lighting that path for you too. Some of the people I follow are many steps ahead of me, and others are just a few steps ahead. And both kinds are huge inspiration to keep going. And it is proven by their success on YouTube or through their Amazon KDP success, their Amazon influencer success, or their digital products online success. In conclusion, YouTube has transformed my life. YouTube has not only provided me with a community, but it has also provided me solace, inspiration, comfort, and the strength to keep going. It has made me take steps I never thought I would take. It has made me feel stronger, more confident, and kept me going even in my darkest days. And my path hasn't been as easy as others. Some people find overnight success, or at least it looks like it. It's taken me a while to get where I'm at, but I'm just glad that I am not in the same spot where I was 2 years ago when I got started. I no longer live in Groundhog Day. I know that every day I'm getting 1% better, like they say in VRA Academy by Think Media. YouTube changed my feeling of isolation into a feeling of belonging and inspiration, and it's provided me with extra income that has allowed me to have more time to enjoy my kids and even take them to Disney World for the first time. YouTube has filled me with knowledge that I can truly apply in my life, and it has driven me away from mindless entertainment to seeking continuous growth. I just love YouTube as a source of knowledge, answers, community, and wisdom, not only entertainment. It has made me braver and it has helped me overcome resistance. Posting your first video, even when you've learned what to do, is nerve-wracking. Pushing that button, publish, for the first time was like, oh my God, what the bleep am I doing? Because you're putting yourself out there, and that is not an easy step. Now it feels natural. I no longer feel like a deer in headlights when I turn on the camera. I'm still not quite where I want to be, but I'm getting there, and I know that you can do it too. Anyways, this is my story of 2 years on YouTube. I hope this information helps you in some way. Please let me know in the comments your thoughts. Sometimes I still feel like I'm speaking to myself when I'm on YouTube, even though I have you guys. Believe me, I am super grateful for your time and attention, but I am absolutely open to your feedback, to your comments, to your requests and suggestions so that I can make better videos and help you find answers on YouTube too. I hope my story inspires you to continue learning, to continue pursuing your goals and setting new goals, and take the necessary steps to achieve your divine destiny. Because I feel that YouTube is really helping me get there, and I know it can help you too. If you're new to my channel and you like this kind of information, don't forget to like and subscribe, and feel free to watch my next video.